Hello there, my name is Cameron Scott Bloomer. I'm going to do some music for you today. I like to do music and I wanted to film myself doing music because I like watching people do music, and this is just but one of the ways that I do the music, and we're going to see that today. I like to start off with chords. I've got a synth here called Straight EP, and it's quite a nice, it's muffled, but it's still like got a punch to it, so you can get some really nice blaring full sounds. But let's get rid of this mouse isn't plugged in. Let's get rid of the reverb. No reverb. Cool. Reverb gone. That's what we like. We want no room. We want this to be recorded in a vacuum. I want something in between there and there, because I like that. That was it. That was the one. That's what I was looking for. Cool. What do we want the BPM to be? Let's do 110, which I think is the default in GarageBand iOS. Have I been conditioned by GarageBand iOS? Probably. So my computer is far from being optimized for music. As you can hear, there's a delay, which makes my playing subpar, so I have to go in and quantize everything like an absolute scrub. That's good enough. B section. Done. This is the same as in Grey Gig in the Sky. That's what I'm going for. That's a nice sound. That's a nice sound. We've got a B section and we've got an A section. Let's do some drums. I want drums. I don't mess with any of these drum kits that they say, look, we made a drum kit for you, you're welcome. I'm just like, let me do my own thing. We're getting close. That's it. That's the one right there. We found it. And then what I like to do is, with my kick and my snare, is to find a secondary kick and snare that are like slightly softer, and you can get a lot of like re-entry, kind of like, or like, it'll make sense. Cool, I got my drums. And I'm going to record them in now, and you'll be able to see how the latency affects my raw drum playing skills. That's what I want. You can hear it. You see what I'm going for. You just copy paste it. It's that easy. That's how you make music, guys. I want to quickly EQ this because we're going to start to run into some clipping issues. We want to give everything its little space in the soundscape. This is how you make the song sound good. You go into compressing, you sidechain it, you grab the kick, post effects, and then you do a bit of this, you bring it down, way down here, and then you can hear it ducking whenever the kick goes. I'm just cutting out the low end now because I know when I add bass, the kick drum and the bass are gonna be in Mortal Kombat fighting for space, and I want the bass to win because bass is nicer than drums. Right, this is Thor. This is my bass. My bass! We've got something that goes like that. It sounds good in my ears, I'm sorry you can't hear it. The next bit is gonna sound like this, hopefully. Okay, I stuck a compressor on it, a drum bus compressor, and then I EQ'd out some more of that punchy kicky bits and highlighted some more of the higher end stuff in it. It's like, yeah, it's fat, it's thick, it's the bass that you want. But I'm still getting a bit of clipping. So, I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna go to Glue Compressor and grab Mastering Make It Loud, and it does all the work for me. It's got a soft clip, although I can hear it clipping quite a bit. I'm not even done yet, it's time for guitar. So, it goes. So I want to play that, I think I want to play that up here. Ba 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 da da da. Sounds good. Let's just do a low end cut. That's a pretty sound. That might actually be a nice way to open it up, but then you add the chorus and it becomes still woozy. Right? Right? Pretty nice. I've panned the synth left and I've panned the guitar right. So you kind of get that effect. I think I want to add a melody with the guitar. That's a nice start. Let's try that. See what that sounds like. Okay, my light died. Pretend it doesn't look terrible just for a second. I'll be back. Don't cry. Feel like I'm gonna quantize this. Let's stick a pedal on this. Warm fuzz. Hello, I did some things. The light is fixed. So stop going on about it. Don't ask about this. Oh, I know, yeah, okay. So I recorded the melody line and it sounds like this. Anyway, it sounds like that. You'll hear it throughout the song. I doubled it an octave up and made it super reverby. And that's playing in the right ear. I did the background guitars. Pardon me. For this bit. And then I added a bit here that goes. It changes the chords around a little bit. And I reflected that in the synth as well. Like that. And then kind of emphasize that in the drums. Has a different feel to it, switches it up. I do want to do some little arpeggio bits in the chorus though. Some kind of like twinkly bits at times. So I'm going to insert a new MIDI track here and find a nice sound. That would be nice if I up, is there a reverb knob here? There's a release knob. That's just for the tone. I really know what I'm doing, cool. So, it's gonna go like that. At the right moment, you'll be able to hear it. Trust me. You can't hear it. Let's quantize that. That wobble is too much. I'm sorry. I'm all for wobble. But I'm pretty sure most of the elements are here. I just need to do some arranging. Like at the beginning here I did some arranging to see how it sounded with it coming in. Like I think I could make that hit even harder. Group these tracks together. And then in that group we're going to do an EQ. And then turn one into this, and then do this.
That's how you start a track. You like...
make it sound all lo-fi, stick a vintage delay on it, and then it comes in nice and crisp.
Okay, this is what's gonna happen. It's gonna dip out, then I'm gonna have some boop boop.
Some things are gonna happen, you'll see. But first, we need to do some automation, finally.
It's gonna do a pitch bend as well.
I've decided. So, wow. Wow. Bap bat, and then it goes bap bat. You'll know what I mean. Actually, if we just have like a straight like that, all together, that little intro sounds like this then. So yeah, that's fun.
Okay, so what I'm trying to do is
Make the second chorus more intense. Let's take out the octave on the lead guitar. Actually, if we can make this less intense, let's see, bring it down to... That's a bit more fun. Let's turn off the, here we go. Have it on for the second lot, but for the first lot, we're just going to have it completely in your ear, like that.
no room whatsoever, no space.
Let's make the melody more intense. I don't know what that means even. It just needs to keep getting more intense. That's how you write songs.
Okay, I'm currently working on finishing the song. It's gonna be short and it's not really gonna go anywhere, but it's gonna end, and that's the important thing. Because all good things must come to an end, so if it ends then it must be a good thing.
Like that.
Well, that was honestly more than I was willing to put up with this evening. I am now pretty much finished. I just did the ending, which returns to the beginning. It's got the same tone to it. Is that... why does that sound the way it does? Something is wrong there. I fixed it, I think. Anyway, it starts the same way it finishes, with that same kind of like tinny tonality. It's a bit louder at the end because we've built up volume at that point. But I'm going to go through and do some fiddly diddly bit, and you will hear the finished product in a second. It's been 3 days. I'm finally returning to this. I did a couple things off camera. I didn't vibe with the fact that I spilled a drink all over my laptop, and so I took some time away. I took some time to reflect. And I added some things that I now want to take out, but it's part of the process. You're on this journey with me, and if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't. I added a synth part at the very end, down here, that kind of comes in and then turns into dubstep, which I don't like. I do some stuff here that I like. I think that's good, but I think before that we can just cut. Maybe just cutting out the audio might be better than having the wah 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 wah, because it's kind of cringe. Okay, I've undubstepified it. Now, it's a lot more just blank spaces and little arpeggios and stuff like that. More stuff like this. That kind of thing, dropping out, little funky things happening, less whoops. Now that's sorted, I wanted to do some more percussion things. I've got a cabasa, I believe it's called. Is it called a cabasa? Let's Google this really quick. Yes, a cabasa and an egg shaker, and we're going to put them to good use. So I've got my mic.
Right, Walter.
The problem is I don't actually have, it used to have a little thing that could connect to a stand. Not that I have a stand. So I'm just going to hold it in between my legs. How do we want that to sound? So I recorded the cabasa and then I basically just like took a chunk out of the high end so it's more kind of, instead of it being it's more. So now that's doing its thing in the background of this bit. I put it in the mid bit, I don't know why. Mostly just because I want an egg shaker for the chorus because I think it has more rhythm. Eggs. I'm now going to quantize the flip. And I need the flip out of this. Okay, I've done the eggs. I've done the cabasa. And it sounds good, but I want to do more funky things to it. I think I want a little bit more high end, so let's do that. And then I'm going to put an auto pan on it. There's a Mild High Club song called, oh my gosh, I feel terrible now, I can't remember what it's called. Chapel Perilous. Why am I dumb? There's a song called Chapel Perilous, and it's got shakers in it, but they're like floating around your head and they're super flangery. And I want to try and capture that, so let's stick a flanger on it. That's what we want right there. Okay, I changed my mind. I'm not sticking a phaser on it. It sounded too metallic, which I didn't like. So now I've got this. It's still phasing around your head, but it's slightly less trippy. That still sounds good. Cool. It's my cabasa. There were other things I wanted to change and I can't remember. I could do more percussive stuff, like with the drums. Oh, with this, with the verse. That's cool. Just little sounds like this, little pops. I kind of like that. I'm gonna use that somewhere. Wait, okay. No, that's stupid. We're not putting that. Okay, the percussion is a little bit more interesting in the B section now. I added a rim shot and a couple African toms sounding things. Just now it's got a little bit more going on. It's a bit of a different vibe. The last thing I want to do is at the beginning I want it to kind of come in as if it's a track starting up on like a record or something, I don't know. Nice. And then it's also quite a nice bit of symmetry at the end when it wow comes down again. I'm pretty much done then, because I think it slaps at the end. That's the only thing, is if I could make more happen at the end. Choo 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 boom. That could be kind of cool, to have like guitars going doop doop doop. Okay, so I created a window in the mix here where I'm going to record guitars doing various things, and it's gonna kind of descend like doop boop boop. Okay, I did some guitar stuff. I did 3 inversions of the same chord, and then I did a little melody and it sounds like this. I don't like the melody, it takes away from the end. So I changed the cutout slightly. I now have gotten rid of the drums and I've panned the guitar chords left and right. So now it sounds like this. It kind of jumps about. Just kind of a little fun moment, and I think that's actually, I'm gonna call it. I just need to export it and then you'll hear it. So thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you like the song.